I'm going to tell you about a project called Neighbourhood Tales. Well, Odense is situated in the middle of Denmark in the island of Funen. We are about 200,000 inhabitants, a great deal of them are students. Odense is the hometown of Hans Christian Andersen, but it's also a growing robotics industry, welfare tech and drones. Odense is developing at a very high speed right now. This picture shows one of the major urban development projects in the city. 4 years ago, a big road in the middle of the city was closed and is now turning into a new city district. This is part of our new identity. The planning strategy, I'm too fast. The planning strategy in 2015 is a vision and strategy for development of our city. It consists of 5 themes. A livable city with strong communities, a competitive city, a dense city built on quality, the greenest city in Denmark, an accessible city with sustainable mobility. We call this development the transformation of Odense, and it is actually happening right now, as you can see here. This is the big road turned into a new neighborhood. But what do the citizens themselves consider to be the identity of Odense? That is what our project is about. There are 3 targets of this project: to invite citizens into the local communities of Odense, to attract new citizens, and to gain information for our future planning. To get to know the perspectives of the citizens, we needed to talk to somebody. One of the things we did was to meet people at this festival, a cultural festival at the harbor. We brought a tent, some maps and posters too. To show what we wanted to do, we brought this poster. It is Odense, and it shows some of the neighborhood tales that we have already made as prototypes. Our aim is that the citizens think of themselves as part of a neighborhood and as part of the city as such. In the background, you can see some of these prototype tales. We made these by interviewing... it was too fast. By interviewing people and asked them what they found interesting. Some of them even showed up, as you can see here, and talked to us about what their tale was about. Here's another one we interviewed for the prototype tale. He lives in a district called Østerbro. It's a district in which there has been a lot of urban development recently. He has been an active part of this, so we interviewed him about what he thought to be important and what he would like to, what was important for him of his neighborhood. One of the things was a local market. You can see it here. The square in which it is taking place is a central spot of this district. Inside the building, kids are taught how to play the guitar or sing. Another place is this house made out of sustainable material. Here people eat together, and some societies have meetings together. Østerbro is an example of these prototype tales that we already made. Our intention is now to present the tales for a group of citizens of Østerbro and the other districts, and ask them, is this actually how they see this? Another way to involve the citizens is to use the social media. We made this campaign on Instagram called #yndlingsodense, that is favorite Odense. People uploaded pictures of their favorite places in the city. We also went to some meetings arranged by the Urban Development Department in Odense, and asked people to draw what they consider to be their local neighborhood, and also to talk about what they found important here. This is one of these drawings. What we want to achieve with this project is to tell the story of Odense. It is a lot of different places where people live their everyday life. We want to show the students living in Odense that it's a nice place where you can be, where you can stay and have a nice life. We also need people in the tech and robotics industry, and we want to show them that it's a nice place to live with your family. But it's also important to us that these tales are made together with citizens and not only by us. We're also going to use these tales in planning. Every 4 years we're supposed to make a new planning strategy. As a preparation for this, we made a lot of analysis, for instance, about future housing, about retail trade and other things. The neighborhood tales are going to be part of this material. In the process, we will involve citizens again, this time to get their views on how the cities as such should develop. This will probably be done with some workshops and other activities. And here the aim is to make citizen-driven development at a more strategic level. Well, in conclusion, I can say that we involve citizens in the neighborhood tales in order to, when they are created, here they qualify the tales and give us some of the material. Later on, we invite them again into the process. Sometimes we have to explore the lives of the citizens, talk to them and support local initiatives. Sometimes we have to take the greater perspective and discuss the development of the city at a strategic level. So, thank you.
Just before Anna goes, I think for people in the audience who aren't from Denmark, just explain to us the challenge for you between Odense and here in Aarhus. Are you in competition between these two towns to attract new residents?
Maybe. We would like to get new residents, but I think Aarhus would like that too.
And you want to grow as a city because you need to keep the economy going, you have an aging population?
Yes, well, more to get the people to work in the businesses and to get the economy growing, and also because you can make an urban development in a different way. When you're a lot of people, you can make other cultural projects, you can make a lot of things there. We would like an urban development.
So even on a scale of Aarhus, for example, we went to see the new library, we've gone to see some of these amazing institutions that have been built up even in recent years. Is that difficult for you as a smaller city in Denmark to make that competition, to, as we were talking about earlier, to attract that kind of stickiness to your city?
Yeah, I think it could be difficult sometimes. Well, we have Copenhagen, it's a very big city and it's quite close to us. And then
never heard of it.
It's only 1.5 hours from Odense, so maybe that has something to do with it too. But yes, we would like this development to be going.
Good. Well, thank you so much, Anna, for coming to talk to us. Thank you.